Mark Anthony here for Sigma TV. Today I have the honor to sit with Chairman of PAGCOR, Alejandro Tengco. How are you doing today?
Well, I thank you for the opportunity, Mark Anthony, and to Sigma TV for the opportunity to be able to be part of this Sigma conference that is being held right now in the city of Pasay in the Philippines.
Thank you very much. Alejandro, I would like to jump right into it. There are discussions going on that PAGCOR wants to go from a regulatory and operating to a strictly regulatory. Can you elaborate a bit for me?
Well, I had, since I assumed office in August 2022, one of the first things that I saw is the fact that the role of PAGCOR being a regulatory agency in charge of regulating all the gaming activities in the Philippines is not being actually on the same track as how it should be. Because aside from being the regulatory body of the Philippine gaming industry, we also are operating about 45 different casino properties all over the Philippines. So we are assuming a dual role, that of being the regulator and wearing a second hat, and that is being a regulated company. Um, and immediately after seeing this, I told myself and the members of the board that this is a matter that we really have to correct because um, it is basically unethical in nature. Going back to any business 101 class, what is important in running a corporation or business is making sure that you practice business ethics. What is I have seen is that wearing two hats is not the right thing to do. That is the reason why I, together with the board, have decided that we just have to pursue the privatization and focus primarily on the aspect of being purely a regulator and not an operator.
Brilliant, Alejandro. Through the Vanguard, I understand that you also have a 70% of your revenue going back to the government of the Philippines. Would you like to guide me through the projects that you've actually assisted to?
Okay. Well, before going to the projects that we give out, I just want to basically inform or let you know and the public know that um, as mandated by our charter and the law that created the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, close to 70% of our gross earnings go straight directly to certain government agencies. So, to elaborate on it further, um, immediately after you generate your gross revenue, 5% of whatever gross revenue you are able to attain, 5% of that goes to what you call our franchise tax. After you deduct the 5%, you have other mandates of the law that you will have to give. After that 5%, 50% goes back to the national treasury. And that is not put together or given out once a year, but rather on a monthly basis. So 50% is going to the national treasury. Of that 50%, 50%, another 50% of the said amount goes to the Universal Health Care Act. And this law is the law that takes charge of contributing to the Philippine Health Corporation, or PhilHealth. That is the corporation that takes care of the medical bills of every Filipino citizen. Then 5%, again mandated by law, is we donate to the Philippine Sports Commission. After which, we have the Board of Claims. These are Filipinos who have been unjustly imprisoned. And after a final decision has been out and they're set free, they are compensated by the government for the unjust imprisonment. And their PAGCOR contributes 1% of its income to the said victims um, through the Department of Justice. Then we have the social fund that we donate to the Office of the President for the various social projects of the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Um, and then the rest we keep, basically 30% is left for our day-to-day operations, um, our other projects that we personally or donate to the different local government units in the country today. Very soon you will hear that we will be rolling out our infrastructure projects, and that will consist of the following. Number one would be 4, 8, and 12 classroom buildings. We will have wellness centers. We will have multi-purpose buildings. And we will have an e-learning center, wherein an e-learning center can be used by our students even in faraway areas in the Philippines, where we will have roughly about 48 workstations um, uh, that can be used by the students in one, um, uh, doing research for schoolwork, and number two, at the same time, these e-learning centers can be converted also as classrooms for IT learning. So these projects will be rolled out very soon. Aside from that, we will be also in coordination with another government agency that takes also charge of helping out the different needs of every Filipino, the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office. We will be jointly donating to various local government units around the Philippines patient transport vehicles that can be used to ferry our fellow Filipinos who are in need of medical assistance from their place to the hospital, that wherever he has to be brought when he ever needs medical attention.
Alejandro, I am very humbled to know how benevolent PAGCOR actually is. On another note, though, with so many expos happening around the world, why did you choose to come to Sigma?
Well, first of all, and I'll be very honest with you, Mark Anthony, being a new chairman and chief executive officer of the Philippine Amusement Gaming Corporation, it is important for me to be exposed to all these conferences. So my first big conference was Las Vegas, then there was Singapore, then there was Macau. Now, this one, being the first Sigma conference in Metro Manila, Philippines, I thought that it was important for me not only to be present in this conference, but to support this conference, because this gives the Philippines a very good exposure to the gaming industry around the world. Uh, as I was walking out in the last few hours, walking around in the last few hours, there were booths from all over Asia and as far as Georgia in Eastern Europe, I suppose. No, so and Malta and all these places. So I I thought it wise, and I honestly believe that by supporting this conference, the exposure of the Philippines in the gaming industry worldwide will definitely be on a higher level. And I take this opportunity to thank the organizers of Sigma Asia 2023, primarily because I am at awe and very impressed with how this was organized, how it is being executed, and how I believe it will continue to be, if not the biggest, it should be one of the biggest gaming shows in Asia. I was telling the organizers earlier, I can foresee now. They mentioned that there are 210 exhibitors. With the success and with the number of people that are going around, I believe the next problem of the organizers of Sigma Asia will be where to hold it next year. Because very clear, this successful exhibit will generate more interest for the different businesses or services related to the gaming industry. It is basically a very, very well attended and very organized uh, expo or exhibit that I've seen in the last month or so.
Thank you for your continued support, of course, and for showing your confidence in Sigma. I think it's safe to say that we might be seeing each other in November in Malta. Would you say so?
Well, I was invited to join the apparently the biggest event of the gaming industry, and I can only say, Mark, that I will consider joining the exhibit in or the expo in Malta.
We will be welcoming you with arms wide open if that were to be the case, and we really hope so as well. Alejandro, I'd like to thank you very much for stopping by. You're a very busy man, so I really appreciate it. I look forward to meeting you very soon again. Thank you very much for your very kind words in your opening speech today. It most definitely will go down in history, just as this event. Thank you very much, Alejandro.